start to give up.
Hi friends, I'm Katie and I'm here in Mexico. It doesn't suck. I'm not using a mic, so I'm going to try my best to just project my voice. Hopefully you can hear me. There's lots of noises. There's birds chirping. There's just random noises. So hopefully you'll be able to hear me throughout the practice. It'll be 20 minutes, quickie, power yoga, and we'll just get right to it. Actually, we're going to start standing at the top of our mats. So feet hips width distance apart or big toes touch, whatever you prefer. Arms down by your sides or hands to your heart center. Close your eyes and stand with awareness, with attention. Take a moment to just feel your feet on the ground, connect to the ground, and then draw up through the crown of your head, standing intentionally. And then start to feel your breath. Notice your breath as it moves through, as it flows in and out. Next time you breathe in, fill up as big as you possibly can. And if you want, you can even reach your arms up. Hold in fullness. Sip in a little extra, maybe grow a little taller. Open mouth sigh, let your arms fall down. Do that one more time. Inhale, fill up. Option to reach up, stretch, stretch, stretch. Maybe you even want to come up to your tippy toes just for fun. Maybe not. And exhale, open mouth sigh. All right, arms by your sides. Find your ujjayi breath. So in and out through your nose by way of the back of your throat. Keep this breath going. Next, inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hinge at your hips, slow dive all the way down, forward fold. Breathe in, spinal extension. Exhale, bow, let it go. Root through your feet, reverse swan dive. So lead with your heart all the way up. Inhale, stretch, reach, maybe gaze up. Hands to your heart, exhale. One more round like that. It's your half sun salute. Inhale, reach. Follow your breath down slowly, so take your time, traction out your spine, then let it go, forward fold, halfway lift, inhale, so really stick your butt out, reach the top of your head forward, exhale, relax, fold, draw your belly button in and up, butt towards the sky, crown towards the ground. Now press into your feet, lead with your heart, you might bend your knees a lot, reverse swan dive, inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, take your arms up. Side body stretch. Grab your left wrist with your right hand. Upper body over to the right. Send your hips to the left. So put more weight in your left foot and breathe length into your left side body. Imagine you're trying to create a crescent moon shape. Take one more round. Inhale, back to center, switch your grip, so grab your right wrist, and then up and over to the left, send your hips to the right. More weight in your right foot, breathe into your right rib cage, your right waistline. Imagine you can literally lengthen that space just by breathing bigger and deeper. One more round. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, roll your shoulders back and down, hug shoulder blades towards your spine. If you want extra, if you want more, press your palms together. Keep a bend in your elbows, so try not to lock them out, and then start to reach your hands back away from your body. Option to add a little back bend, so heart lifts up, knuckles reach down, hug in with your inner thighs, and press your hips very gently forward. Take one more round. End of your exhale, slow swan dive. Keep your hands clasped all the way down into your fold. Widen your feet here, so feet a little bit wider than hips. Bend your knees a little or a lot. Try to keep your weight forward in your feet and try not to rock onto the outer edges of your feet. See if you can lift your butt higher and then lift your knuckles higher. Relax your neck, let your head hang, maybe even shake yes or no. Take one more inhale. Exhale, hands to your low back, release your clasp. let your arms hang. Halfway lift next time you breathe in, so realign through your spine. You can keep your feet wide. Exhale, plant your hands, step your feet back, plank position. Inhale at the top of your push-up, come to your knees if you'd like. Exhale, lower halfway. Strong arms, strong belly. Inhale, push back up, high plank. One more time like that, little rock forward, lower halfway down. Try not to let your shoulders roll forward. Inhale, push up, high plank. And then slow as you can go, all the way down, chaturanga. Back bend of your choice as you breathe in. So lift your heart. You can take a moment, maybe gaze side to side, move around. And then as you're ready, downward facing dog. Back in your down dog, feel into it, explore it for a moment. So maybe move your hips side to side, maybe pedal out your heels, check back in with your breath. Make sure your breath is still big, powerful, strong. All right, couple more rounds into your down dog. So lots and lots of length. And then as you are ready, my friends, just crawl your hands to the back of your yoga mat, coming into a forward fold, back of your mat. Once you've arrived, find a halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, bow and fold. This is a little different, so listen. From your forward fold, left leg lifts back and up, standing splits. You can keep your hips square, you can let your left hip open, maybe lift your leg a little higher. So just like a one-legged forward fold, powerful through your left leg, active through your left foot. Keep your left leg lifted. We're gonna slowly crawl our hands forward, three-legged down dog. So once you get into your three-legged down dog, pause here. Open up your left hip, bend your left knee. So stack left hip on top of right. Press through both hands, lift from your center, active through your left foot. One more inhale here. Exhale, left knee to your nose. So scoop out your belly, round through your spine. Stay here, breathe in. And then exhale, step your left foot to the top of your yoga mat, low lunge into crescent lunge, rise up. Front knee over front ankle, pull your front hip back hip forward. So find lots of stability through your legs. Low belly draws in, so navel to spine connection, heart lifts. Reach through your fingers, maybe gaze up. Stretch tall, take one more inhale. As you exhale, we're gonna add a side body stretch. So grab hold of your right wrist, upper body to the left. Keep pulling your left hip back. See if you can feel that stretch all the way down into the front of your right hip, those hip flexor muscles. Big, spacious breath. One more round. Inhale, back up. Exhale, hands to the ground. Three-legged down dog, so left leg to the sky. Now we're gonna come back to our one-legged forward fold, our standing split. So walk your hands to the back of your mat again. Bring your weight into your right foot. Stay here, hold, or option to play with handstand. Plant your hands on your mat so you can walk them as far forward as you want to, as you need to. Spread your fingers really wide, gaze slightly out in front of your hands. Lift up to your tiptoes. Your right leg is a springboard, so bend your knee. Use your springboard to take little tiny hops. Your left leg stays straight, strong, and powerful as you hop. You do not have to do this, it's just an option. Otherwise, you're holding in standing splits. Take one or two more breaths. Everybody forward fold, back of your yoga mat. So set your left foot down next to right. Bring your big toes to touch. Little gap in between your heels. Tuck and curl, tiny little potato bug ball. Your heels can lift, or you can try to press your heels down. Work the flexibility in your ankles, it's up to you. Option to wrap your arms around your shins. Give yourself a great big squeeze. Take one more huge breath here. halfway lift. So heels down, spine parallel to the ground. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Now, like you've got bear paws, start to paw your way forward. Walk your hands to the top of your mat. Plank pose. Pause in plank, side plank on your right hand. Roll onto the baby toe edge of your right foot, left arm to the sky. You can modify this if you want. Right knee can come down. Option to take your left arm forward. Option to float your left leg up. Lift your hips as high as you can. Take one more great big huge breath. End of your exhale, back to plank or modified plank. Inhale at the top, little rock forward. Exhale, slowly lower. Back bend of your choice. Breathe in. Stay for an extra breath or two if you want. And then downward facing dog. Take a moment, find your breath, walk out your dog. So reconnect. All right, take about 1 or 2 more rounds here. Working into the space, working into the length. And then as you're ready, crawl your hands to the back of your mat, coming into your forward fold, back of your yoga mat. All right, once you have arrived, left foot stays rooted, right leg lifts up, standing splits. So you can keep your hips square, let your right hip open, but hug in with your left inner thigh, lift through your belly button. Find power and strength, activation in your right leg and your right foot. You can stay here, you can wrap your left arm behind left leg, maybe you want to get to your hops, take 1 or 2 more breaths. Then we're taking this into a 3-legged down dog. So from here, slowly start to crawl your hands forward. Keep your hips lifted high, keep your connection to center. 3-legged down dog. Once you've arrived in your 3-legged dog, open up your right hip. So bend your right knee intentionally, stack your right hip on top of left. Active through your right foot, press through both hands, strong through both shoulders, lift from your center. One more inhale. Exhale, right knee to your nose, so scoop out your belly, stay here, breathe in, push the ground away, you should be on your back, tippy toes, and then exhale, step through, low lunge, into crescent lunge, rise. Front knee over front ankle, high on the ball of your back foot, pull front hip back, back hip forward. Find your breath, slow and steady. Soften through your face. Back leg is strong. Take one more inhale. Maybe a little gaze up. Now side body stretch. Grab your left wrist with your right hand. Pull your upper body up and over to the right. Keep pulling your right hip back, left hip forward. Keep breathing all the way down. See if you can feel that stretch. The front of your left hip, your hip flexor. Take one more huge breath, maybe reach a little further. Inhale back to crescent, to reach up. Release your grip. Exhale, hands come down. Back to 3-legged down dog, so right leg to the sky. Slowly crawl your hands back, coming back into your 1-legged forward fold, standing splits. So less weight in your hands, more weight in your left leg. Stay here and hold, or option to play with your handstand hops. So walk your hands as far forward as you need to so you can plant your palms. Spread your fingers, lift up to your left tiptoes. Draw your belly button in and up, hug in with your inner thighs. Left leg is your springboard, take some hops. Right leg stays strong and steady. Make sure you're still breathing. Last couple rounds, wherever you've chosen to go. And forward fold at the back of your mat. Bring your big toes to touch, little gap in between your heels, tuck and curl. So butt towards the ground, nose towards your knees, option to wrap your arms and squeeze. Breathe into your back body, your back ribs, back of your heart. One more breath. Inhale, halfway lift. So heels down, spine parallel to the earth. Exhale, get your bear paws and crawl them forward. Paw your way forward. High plank position. Side plank, left hand is your base this time. Roll onto the baby toe edge of your left foot. Left knee can come down if you want to modify. Right arm reaches up, or take your right arm forward. Lengthen your right side. Maybe float your right leg. Lift your hips super high. Breathe. One more great big huge breath. Your fullest expression. End of your exhale, plank or modified plank. Inhale at the top. Exhale, slowly lower. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, down dog. Find your breath, my friends. Walk it out. Inhale, your right leg high. Exhale, pigeon pose, right shin forward. If you'd rather take this in a seat or on your back, please feel free. Slowly start your bow when you're ready. Keep pulling your right hip back as you take your heart forward. Don't forget your breath. Use it. Make it even bigger. Take about 5 more rounds, 5 more deep breaths. If you want, last couple rounds, open mouth, exhale. Ah. All right, friends, give yourself one last round. Biggest, most massive breath you've taken all practice long. And then back to a 3-legged down dog. So lift your upper body, tuck your back toes, right leg to the sky. If you want to flip your dog, go for it. If you don't want to flip your dog, don't go for it. Eventually down dog, walk it out. Move through your own vinyasa if it calls to you. Otherwise, just give yourself a couple of breaths. Walk it out in down dog. Take your left leg high, inhale, and pigeon pose, exhale, left shin forward, set your body down gently. So left hip pulls back. You might even gaze back over your left shoulder so that your back leg is going straight back. Keep pulling left hip back as you bow forward. And breathe, big spacious breaths. Keep a little bit of activation in your front foot. Rather than distracting yourself, going somewhere else, see if you can just be with the sensation that you feel in your hips. See if you can be with your breath. Take about 4 more. exhales, go for it. I'm just gonna leave it up to you. So when you feel pretty even on both sides with your pigeon, slowly start to find your way back up. And then back to one final down dog. So maybe your three-legged dog, maybe you flip your dog, maybe you want one last vinyasa as well. And then one last down dog and just walk it out. Feel into all that space you've created in your body. Breathe into all that space. All right, and then let's go ahead and come down to our knees. Find a child's pose, hips to heels, forehead to your mat. Take a couple of big breaths down into your low back. Rise to hands and knees and just flip yourself over. Lower onto your back. So come to a supine position when you get there. Full body stretch, arms long, legs long, like you're trying to pull yourself apart. Take a great big huge inhale, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Exhale, draw your right knee towards your belly, reach your right arm out to the right, scoot your hips over to the right, roll onto your left side, supine spinal twist. Keep your chest and shoulders square towards the sky. Gaze up or over your right shoulder. Breathe down into your belly. Lengthen from your right shoulder down to your right hip. Good. End of your next exhalation. Come back to your neutral spine. So just roll back onto your spine. Keep your left leg extended. Scoot your hips so they're straight down from your shoulders. And then give your right knee a squeeze up towards your right armpit. So hands around the front of your right shin. Squeeze in and up. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Big deep breath. Half happy baby with your right leg. Imagine there's a heavy sandbag on top of your left thigh. Try to keep a neutral spine. Pull down with your arm strength. Press up through your heel. One more round. End of your exhale, release your leg. Full body stretch. Arms long, legs long. Breathe in. Pull yourself apart. Exhale, left knee draws in. Supine spinal twist. So scoot your hips over to the left. Arm reaches out to the left. Roll onto your right side. Breathe all the way down to your belly. End of your next exhale, unwind. Make sure your hips are straight down from your shoulders, so adjust if necessary. Left knee towards your left armpit, squeeze, hands around the front of your shins, or the chin. And then in and up, squeeze, 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 big deep breath. Half happy baby. Flex your toes, pull down with your left arm. And then at any point, you can take this into a full happy baby, rock it out. Maybe stretch one leg long and the other. If there are any finishing poses, last little stretches you want to give yourself, please feel free. Eventually, just start to make your way into your final Shavasana. And this is where I will leave you. Stay for as long as you can, as long as you'd like. Just let your breath go and soak it all in. Namaste.